For organizations that will survive in a digital or knowledge economy is actually preparing their workforce to embrace and align with the demands of the new wave of disruption. PCL has in the past 1 year introduced a digital consulting practice that is charged with the responsibility of advising organizations on how they can transform to digital business. So one of the most important requirements is actually providing the requisite knowledge for this digital transformation.
If I were to look back, I would say PCL had to disrupt itself to begin on this journey of partnering with organizations to empower their people through digital learning. The journey started over a decade ago. And at that time, many thought that we were cannibalizing our own business because we were very big in classroom business. But we knew this was where the future was heading, and we had to begin the journey. Today, there are several other organizations that are offering this, but because we took that early adopter advantage, we've been able to support a number of organizations, both in the SME sector, in the corporate business sector. So we have several blue chip organizations, that we've worked with, we've partnered with in Nigeria. And interestingly, we've even expanded to states and to, government parastatals. We've empowered a number of these that today, the story is indeed exciting, that they can equip their people with the knowledge that they require without having to wait for the classroom to fill or an event, to happen where people come to learning. So it's like saying, taking learning to the learner. And we've achieved a number of success in the process that we see today. And on Wednesday, we are going to be celebrating some of those, organizations that have partnered with us over this decade in this effort at introducing digital learning in Nigeria.
It's key to note that digital transformation is not reclusive to the IT function. It is a people-centric process, which is why HR and learning play an integral part. So this roundtable discussion is designed to enlighten business decision makers, HR directors, and chief learning officers on their role as business catalysts in the current wave of digital disruption and transformation. And it's also going to talk about how they can actually take deliberate steps, intentional steps, to raise the digital awareness of their workforce for optimal business performance.
Digital is the new currency. If organizations are to succeed, they must think digital, they must act digital, and must live digital. Interestingly, what you find is that most of the employees who work in these various organizations are already living digital lives. Most of them can't survive without their mobile devices. They buy things, digitally, they chat digitally, and they connect on different digital platforms. So what we just need to do is get organizations to sort of align with this lifestyle that has become the new normal, okay? And begin to bring to bear what their people need to survive and to be able to succeed in this new terrain of disruption that we're seeing. So the focus next week is to bring a call to action to CEOs, to CHROs, that is the Chief Human Resource Officers, and CLOs, or Chief Learning Officers, that we can't give lip service to this anymore. We need to give attention to how we embed learning in the flow of the way people work. Learning has ceased to be an event a long time ago. Okay, employees need to be able to tap onto learning, at any point in time they need, without having to wait for a classroom to fill or for a huge event to be arranged, to make that happen. So our charge to them is that they must set the right tone at the top, and the message is going to be clear to them on that day when we meet, that they need to set the example, they need to show leadership and demonstrate leadership and be deliberate about this, because that is the only way that they can make the business begin to think digital. Because like I said, it's the new currency, we can't go back, okay? If we do not disrupt right now, then we stand to be disrupted as organizations.